I think I'm live. I don't know. Hopefully there's people here. Let me make sure that that's changed to live chat. There we go. Cool. So what I like doing is asking people where you're from. So tell me where you're from. I just want to say namaste to everyone who's joined me or will be joining me on the recorded version. This is my second YouTube live video that I've done, and I'm still getting the hang of this. So I see Amy is here. She's from St. Louis. So welcome. Thank you for joining me. It's important too, because what you're going to do is find family when you list where you're from, and you'll connect hopefully with other like-minded people in your area. So it's really important that, at least to me, that we find our tribe, our soul families. Okay. So we have Geraldine, Mongo, and Womack, Jonah McGrath, and Impressive Human. Welcome, everybody. Thank you for joining me. Mongo says he dreads San Jose, Silicon Valley. I can't blame you, but thank you anyway for being where you are, and for wherever anyone is right now. You're exactly where you need to be right now to anchor the energies that are going on. We have a full moon going on right now. It's huge. I just got back from the drum circle on Siesta Key Beach, and I took some really cool videos. I posted them on my In5D or on my Facebook page. Like maybe 3 videos and a couple pictures of the drum circle. It was really cool. So I really enjoy going there and checking that out. If you guys have any questions, ask away, because this is really an informal, chat that's going on right now. So if you have anything you want to ask me, feel free to ask. So yeah, I got some awesome pictures. I took the last video I took was of the drum circle with the full moon rising, and it was like this pink, beautiful pink, pinkish orange full moon that was rising. I'm curious about you guys too. With this full moon, I don't know about you, but for me, my crown chakra it's just been lit up. It's like tingling. Are you guys experiencing that? What are you guys experiencing with the full moon? Anything different? Of course, they get the word lunar and lunatic from a full moon, but we'll reserve that for the normal people. Okay. We got New Zealand checking in. Martin. Or Marty. Getting my full moon on, Amy says. Yeah, definitely. Me too. Placerville, California, from Valletta. Peace, love, and health to you too, John. Have you started the live stuff? Mongo's asking, have you started the live stuff lately? What do you think so far? Are you liking it? I think it's a great way to interact with everybody. And, if there's an important message I need to get out there, what better way to do it than to go live and say, hey, here it is. Okay. Kimberly Carter says it's a magical feeling. But yeah, I do enjoy the lives. I get a little nervous though. I've done, I don't know how many videos I've done, but I still get nervous beforehand. It's the introvert in me. Propis, hi from Sweden. Propis helped me the last time I did a YouTube live. And yes, I have the live chat selected this time. So I have a question from Joanna McGrath. She says, how to activate the 64 codons of your DNA. Would it be possible through quantum healing hypnosis to talk to your higher self to activate our codes? Just wondering. I would think that's possible. I don't see why not. I haven't had a QHHT session yet. Although I kind of did. Candace did a group regression at the last conference she was at here in Sarasota. And it was really cool because she got the whole group basically to go under. And while I was under, I saw myself basically just soaring through the galaxy, through the cosmos. And when I landed, I was with a group of light beings. There was a group, there's like 12 or 13 of us that were all gathered together. And it was just beautiful. And this feeling of, I didn't personally recognize them, but I knew them. You know what I mean? It's like I knew all those people, but I couldn't say, hey, Fred or Judy or whatever. I didn't know them by name, but I knew them by their soul signature, their energy signature. So that was pretty cool. So impressive human saying that, yes, third eye and crown chakras shimmering. It feels, that feeling, if somebody just lightly touches your hair, that's what it feels like on my crown chakra, except it's like expanded. You know what I mean? So Whitney, hi from Kentucky. Hi from Siesta Key. This is interesting. M. Womack, I've been unusually calm and peaceful these past 2 days. Lovely. I just made a video earlier today, and it was an In5D afterthoughts video that I do after I do the live shows where I cover specific topics. And there's always something I forget, and that's why I do the afterthoughts. But I got a comment about that somebody said that you just seem so grounded and at ease and peaceful right now. And it's true, despite the full moon and people that might be, just going crazy. I'm so at peace right now. So it's a wonderful feeling. I completely agree. Emma Womack. We got somebody from Scandinavia. Thank you for joining in. Namaste to everyone, all my YouTube people. Thank you for joining in. And from San Diego, Valerie, Scorpio full moon, feeling it. Oh yeah. So I did a video earlier today, and it was basically on the video that I did beforehand about Rosie Neal's article, which was fantastic. I love that, the 15 DNA upgrade science. Wasn't that wonderful? And then afterwards, I did a special segment for my Patreon people, and it was about the wall of shame. And I'm not going to make that public, but they can see that on Patreon. And not what I can tell you is that not everybody that is in the spiritual genre are in it for the right reasons. And I think you pretty much probably know already. And if you don't, just go within. You'll feel that energy vibration of, okay, did I learn something from these people? Or did I feel good? Or do I feel better after watching a video by them or reading whatever they're publishing? And then just some people are just in it for the wrong reasons. They're not in it for humanity. They're just in it for whatever reasons. It's like when I was a child and family therapist, I knew of other therapists that were in it just doing the rotations, doing what they had to do because it was a job. I loved that job. I used to ask the other therapists, okay, who's your toughest client? Give them to me, because I felt like I could reach all these kids, and I did. But what else do we have here? Hi from Guyana. I can't pronounce that. Guyana? Guyana. Well, welcome. Karishma, welcome to this live broadcast. Yeah, Mongo. When they try to shadow ban you, you still have this. That's true. And a lot of us have been shadow banned on Facebook. And what a shadow ban, if you're not familiar with that, is you'll post something and you might see it along with a handful of other people, and that's it. Um, on the In5D Facebook page, I have, and I've had for, I don't know, 3-4 years, 437,000. It never grows. I never get more people than that. And despite having 437,000 followers, my posts only reach maybe 3,000 of them. So, if you're on Facebook, give me a hand. Share the articles too, because I'm not able to reach a fraction of what I'm able to without you guys. And it's important that the word gets out. Got some great articles coming out this upcoming week too, so stay tuned. Stephanie McDonald, that name sounds familiar when it comes to writing articles, but she said, I took Candace's BHQ class. Uh-oh, I'm losing it. I'm going to scroll back. She is wonderful. Yes, I agree. I love Candace. She's just got, you got to love her attitude. She's so vibrant. Just you gotta love listening to her, and she tells the most amazing stories too. It's like it's almost poetry with the way she speaks and the stories that she conveys to people. So, Tracy Evolution Moore. Hey there, Greg. Nice to see you again. Welcome back again, Tracy. Thank you. Eminem. Eminem. Hi from Michigan. Funny story about Eminem. You can probably find the video on YouTube, but I did a karaoke one time in upstate New York, and I did an Eminem song, and it was Superman of all songs. But yeah, it was fun, and I'm not a rapper. We'll put it that way. Anyone that knows me knows that I like the '80s classic rock. The Guns N' Roses kind of stuff. That's what I play on guitar. But it was just something I wanted to do, that song to kind of blow my daughter's mind, because she listens to that and she's like, "Oh my God, Dad, I can't believe you did that song." Well, I did, and it was fun. So yeah, if you want to check it out, check it out. I wouldn't, because I said that. Now you guys probably will. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Okay, so I'm gonna scroll down a little here. Sugar Source says, "Hi, weren't you just kicking it at the beach?" I sure was. I just got back. I basically live right by the beach, and the drum circle's maybe a quarter mile away. Um, Gosh, if I open the door, you might be able to hear them. But yeah, I was at the beach, and to the people that came in a little late, um, I just got back. I posted a bunch of videos on my personal Facebook page of the drum circle, the full moon. And so check it out. You can feel the vibe and the energy that's going on. It's really cool. Shin finally made it to live chat. That's awesome. Yay. Welcome. Yes, it's pronounced as Guyana. Guyana. Okay, cool. Thank you. Annabis. And thank you, John. He says, okay, I will share now the articles. I appreciate that. I really do. We need to get this information out to as many people as possible. What we're ultimately going to do is raise that critical mass enough to the breaking point of where the critical mass rises to, who knows what that number is. It's an ambiguous number, but I think that's what will trigger the event. And it's all in perfect unison, because when the event happens, that's also the end of time. So right now we have this cosmic hourglass going on. The grains of sand are just dropping through, and we can all sense and feel that the next to last grains of sand are about to fall. So whatever we can do to help expedite the process, let's do it. And if you guys can share those articles for me, I would appreciate it. Thank you. Okay, Mongo. Greg, this is my first chance to really chat with you. I would just once like to say it's an honor and love all the things you've done on In5D. Thank you, Mongo. I appreciate that. You know, it's easy to put so many hours in, you know, doing what I do. It's truly a love and a passion for me. Um, and for myself, I love seeing comments like that because it's gratitude. And I love giving the gratitude back. And I do appreciate that, Mongo. The way I see it, though, is, you know, I've got so much work to do. You know, I'm here trying to bring together all these different soul groups and soul families. And, you know, I think that once we finally cross over, I can kick back and say, yeah, I did a good job. But until then, you know, I appreciate other people telling me that, but I can't. I'm so motivated to just keep moving forward and forward. So this is what I do. Thank you, Mongo. Hola from Albuquerque. Hola, April. Much love, awakening humans. Let's keep this surf going. Hell yeah, let's ride that wave. So, so I'm just checking the chat, seeing what's going on here. Janet, hi from San Antonio. Hi from Siesta Key. So I'll just put it out there right now. You know, if you guys have had any visions of the new Earth or 5D Earth, um, send them to me. Put it in an article and share it with us. Um, and you can reach me at New Earth for the New Earth articles, New Earth at in5d.com. Or if you have like a really cool spiritual article that you want to write, send it to me at my article at in5d.com. I've got two different emails for the articles that you guys send. So we have so many really cool writers, and I have a long list actually right now of articles that I still need to go through. But I really enjoy doing that. Be sure you spell check and grammar check everything beforehand because that makes it a little bit easier for me. You know, there's been times where I have published articles that didn't have the grammar check and spell check, but I spent probably, oh God, I remember one article, it must have been an hour and a half, 2 hours on just the grammar, the punctuation, all that stuff. So, yeah. So, just to reiterate, if you have any New Earth or 5D Earth articles, just send it to New Earth at In5D, or any other articles. Like, my favorites are the ones that give lists, you know, 15 ways to do this or 30 signs for that and stuff like that. I love those kind. You know, those are the first kind of articles I'm always looking for. So, all right. Vladimir says, let's make a tribe. They do that. Growing food, growing their food, only vegan. It's funny because I do have an article coming up. I think it's tomorrow. I'm checking right now, so bear with me. I think there an article that I wrote. It's called "Find Your Tribe," and okay, I'm just signing in. Um, okay, scheduled. Yeah, it's coming out tomorrow. Find Your Tribe. It's almost time. It's an article I wrote for In5D. Um, I think the people on Patreon, they get all the articles a day early, so it's already out there. Um, to the people that, you know, subscribe to the Patreon for like $5 or more, they get the articles a day early, ad free. But it'll be on In5D tomorrow, so check it out. It's. I think you guys will dig it because we are all tribe. Oh, thank you for the hearts and the hugs, Michelle Wolf. And thank you. Return of the Little Prince says, thank you for all your effort and love, Gregg. You shine, dude. Appreciate that. Thank you. Hi from Georgia. I am the universe. Hello, Georgia. We are one big family, one love, Stephanie. I totally agree. Geraldine Peterson Heatherdale says, you're a great role model for us all, Gregg. We need to spread the light as best we can. Thank you for all you do. I've learned so much from In5D. Thank you, Geraldine. It's been my pleasure. I don't know how long you guys have been following In5D. I started In5D in 2009 after I got this galactic download. At the time, I was a child and family therapist, and I had my own business. I had a patent pending on a program I wrote designed to help families who are at risk of dissolution, breaking up, children going through the reunification process, such as foster homes, and for parents in need of parenting classes. And my program got accepted by the area's largest human services facility that worked a 3-county area. So I was receiving all these referrals and stuff, but I knew there was something greater that I had to do. And I just surrendered one night. And this wasn't too much longer after, well, it was maybe a year or so after I watched The Secret. And that's really what changed my life. And I surrendered. And I just said, universe, what is it I need to do? And I got this galactic, I remember that specific night, everything that happened, like it was yesterday. Got this galactic download. And the only way I can describe a galactic download is imagine like a hologram just coming at you. And you just all of a sudden know all this information. But it was interactive though. And I was told I had to build this website, In5D. They even gave me the name In5D. And I'm, reluctantly, I checked on the computer. I'm like, oh yeah, whatever. I didn't think it was available, but yeah, it was. And here we are. So, and they said, you got to do conferences and radio shows and stuff like that. I'm like, you got the wrong guy. I'm an introvert. And they said, no, you're the guy. And I know now that I'm the voice for the introverts. And I know I've encouraged other fellow introverts to get out there and do what I do. I've had people come up to me and say, I know you're an introvert. On the personality test, I'm an INFP. Been an INFP forever. But the I stands for introvert. And people will say, yeah, I too am an introvert. And you motivated me to get out there and make videos and stuff like that. So we can do it. And we all have amazing stories to share and tell with one another. And we're all learning from one another. Gosh, if you think you know it all, you don't. None of us do. We just get bits and pieces, So anyway, that's the little story of In5D, how it came around. So like I said, if you guys have any questions, ask me in the chat, because I really don't have anything planned, honestly. Impressive human, good to be with you all on this magical night, this magical full moon night. Yes. And like I said, be sure to, if you're new, just coming in, tell us where you're from. We're building family all around the world. And I love seeing this too, especially like when I do any live chat, is you guys chatting amongst yourselves and getting to know each other. It's beautiful. It's just makes me smile. So Shin060 says, the spiritual journey has been awesome. So glad I found your page. I'm a dreamer and I have lots of dreams, many dreams of waves and angels and ETs. Thank you for all you do. Thank you for sharing that, Shin. Be curious to hear about especially curious about your dreams of the waves. I know a lot of us have had these tidal wave dreams. And, of course, I wrote about the one where I saw 3 tidal waves. But I had another subsequent tidal wave dream, I don't know, maybe 3 weeks ago, something like that. And I wrote the dream down. I don't remember. I think there was 3 in that one too, also. So, Michelle Wolf, I've been getting some great emails from people all over the world, Greg. I'd love to share some stories with you. Well, like I said, put them into like an article format because we're all learning from one another. And send it to my article at In5D. I'd love to check it out. I'm sure the rest of the world would too. Okay. Whoops. Oh, I did something. Okay, I just had to scroll back. Okay. Vladimir saying no governments in the tribes, no big pharma, no police, no judges. I am so with that. I have an article and a video on In5D. It's called, oh gosh, I got so many articles out there. What the world needs right now. And it basically outlines what this planet could be feasibly right now. And one of the things I suggested was, I love this idea of get rid of all governments and replace them with a council of elders who are 100% transparent, and we can vote on them every week if we wanted to. And the only thing they have to do is work in humanity's best interest. I would volunteer for that job. Not that I don't have enough on my plate, but that I'd have to put In5D aside or just not post as much on there to do that job. I would love that job. What I would want to do is get into the patent office and unleash all these patents that have been suppressed from humanity, the free energy, the water-powered cars, which I don't think we'd even need once the patents are released. All sorts of things that's what I would do. I'd get in there and find out what the best inventions are for humanity and get them out there to the people. So, happy full moon, Return of the Little Prince. This moon has the potency of an eclipse. Claim your power tonight, everyone. It's real. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling how real it is in my crown chakra. And Womack saying, I long to find my local tribe members. It gets lonely at times. I'm thankful for forums like this. Well, just keep putting it out there and keep talking to people. I know it's not easy for most of us. Approximately 85% of the people that visit In5D are introverts, so it makes it a little bit more difficult for us to get out there and talk to people. But I will force myself to get out there and just, because you can pick up the energy vibration of others, and some people you're just going to waste your time, but other people that you just feel like, okay, I'm picking up a good vibe from that person. I can talk to them about whatever. Okay, it might be in the grocery store. That's when I usually pick my times to talk to people. I'll be standing in line at a grocery store, and I might start some idle conversation about something, perhaps that food-wise or aspartame or whatever. Because as an introvert, I know that this is a limited conversation, and I'm going to be in my car shortly. I don't have to, have a big speech to the world or anything like that. It's just a small conversation. Yeah, that's how I operate. Just kind of keep things to myself for the most part. But when I do get out there and talk, I will talk to people occasionally. And some people think, oh, he's stuck up. No, that's not it. Not stuck up at all. Once I know people, once I get together with like-minded people, it's hard to shut me up at that point, I guess. And a lot of us are like that. A lot of us will, and I'm the exact opposite as well, too, because when somebody else is just like, I'm like, oh my God, this is so cool. I just listen and soak it all up, because I'm just grateful at that point that I'm not the one talking. It's somebody else is. I get to learn and absorb, and I love the energy transfer that goes on between conversations between like-minded people. And then you have times too that where you're with like-minded people, you might just be at the beach or out in nature and you don't have to say a word, and just you can feel that love without having to say anything too. So that's part of the beauty of being an introvert. So Marigold and Unstents are both INFPs. Thank you. I can totally relate. Kimberly Carter, I'm an introvert. That's why I love the internet. Yeah, me too. Okay. I'm so far behind on the chat. I'm sorry. Okay, okay, let me scroll back to make sure I didn't miss anything. No, I did. I missed a bunch. Oh my gosh. I'm so far behind. Okay, there was the one about the government, so I'm scrolling down. Namaste to everyone that's joined in. If you just happen to join in late, it's just basically we're just having fun. If you have any questions, ask away. It'd be a lot easier though if you put like 2 or 3 question marks before your question. That way it kind of stands out on the chat. So Navid is saying that I had a dream about 2 spaceships approaching me and looking at the full moon with huge fireworks on the surface of the moon. That's a pretty cool dream. Okay, we got a couple people from the New York City, Long Island area, Anubis and PLH. Return of the Little Prince, introvert here, but now it's time to share. I'm in the mountains of North Carolina, clear sky tonight. Good, enjoy that full moon. Lots of people putting out, what Mongo's saying, lots of people putting out videos about these fantastic dreams of their visions of the new earth. I love that. I love seeing those videos and hearing about that, because every thought creates the possibility. It's already out there. You know, the thoughts and intentions right now, especially as we're really in the 4th dimension right now, are helping to manifest everything that we truly desire. So, I hope we all get to live in the same neighborhood. Sugar Soars is saying, hey, Greg, I was wondering if you had any ideas about forming public events so that we can meet like-minded folks. Well, I do that, but it's here in Sarasota, Siesta Key. It I haven't done it in the past few months because it was a little chilly here. Yeah, I'm a big baby. Chilly to me is upper 60s. I don't know what that is in Celsius, but that's too cold here in Florida. But I've been having In5D beach meetups, and just a bunch of us will get together on the beach and talk. And I never schedule anything, just let it go. It's all free flowing, and wherever the conversation goes, it's always exactly where it needs to be. So I know we do that here. But, you know, for people, if you're trying to, maybe, you know, if you live overseas or maybe on the West Coast or something like that, there's a website called meetup.com where you can actually put together groups of like-minded people. So you can create an event at a public place somewhere and see what you can get together. Take that first step and make it happen. Okay. Okay, so moving on. Yes, that was a good question, Sugar. Geraldine is asking, are you or anyone else experiencing UFO activity that seems to be happening in support of the ascension process? I haven't gone out and really looked at UFOs in probably 3 or 4 weeks. And I got these awesome night vision goggles, Generation 3 night vision goggles. And also, like on the night of a full moon, you don't want to be out there with night vision goggles because you can fry the lens. The best night to do it is on the night of a new moon. But I've seen so many with the night vision goggles and without, but especially with, you'll see like 3 or 5 in formation, and it's really cool. Some you'll just see like this and then phew, takes right off. So, yeah. So anyone that's experiencing UFO activity that seems to be supporting the ascension process, let Geraldine know. I hope it's happening. I think we all sense and feel that our galactic neighbors and friends are out there and they're supporting us. And they also know that this all has to happen in perfect divine timing or lack of timing or the end of timing. Yeah. So Scott Light Warrior Gregg is here. Welcome. T-Con is here. Welcome. Got lots of people here. Yay. This was kind of like on the spur of the moment. I got back from the drum circle and here we are. Didn't really tell anyone about it. And surprisingly, we had like 70 people or so here. So Michelle Wolf is saying, I'm getting a lot of reports of UFO dreams these last couple weeks. Very cool. I had this one dream where there was a group of us. I've explained this before, but not everyone's watched every video I've had. But we're on a ship, and there's a group of us, and we're maybe 12 people. That's what it felt like. And we were in a circle, and we were manifesting through telepathy. And I don't remember what it was specifically that was inside the circle, but it was kind of like a hologram. And we would keep adding to it. And one person telepathically would say, okay, how about if we did this? And it changed the hologram into something even better. I'm like, oh my God, that's amazing. And then somebody else would be, well, telepathically would say, what if we did this? And it made it even better. And we just kept going around and interacting with one another, building this hologram into something that was incredible. And it was on a ship. And I wish I knew, like I said, what it was that we were building, because it was amazing. And it was just such a great feeling, too. Okay. So just scrolling a little. Oops. Regarding inventions, how many are learning about the corruptions and giving away their inventions? John Hutchinson acts like a lady to get his inventions out there to help Earth clean up radiation. It's unfortunate that so many people that have these amazing inventions, they either get suppressed or knocked off. And you know, this draining of the swamp, it's the draining of the global swamp that's going on right now. It's not just here in the United States. We're already seeing, gosh, I think the number's up to 7 or 8 former or current world leaders that were arrested or are serving time in jail. And so it's already happening. And hopefully all this stuff does get out there and the corruption ends. And, you know, the whole world starts working in humanity's best interests. We deserve that. Actually, we deserve to go to the new earth right now, but while we're here, we deserve that, all those inventions coming out. Return of the Little Prince is asking everyone, how many of you are more able to sense the nature of others right now? So tune into those psychic abilities. Mongo, I've noticed a lot more people just smile and say hi right on the sidewalk passing. That's all new to me, and I love it. I love that too. Drain that swamp, indeed. Love how you speak with goodness about badness. Thanks, John. So, I have an article that I'm putting together. Apparently, the Pentagon finally admitted that fluoride is dangerous and causes cancer. So, I'm putting an article together on that. I've got a rough draft basically written, and hopefully, I'll have that out within the week or so. Excuse me. And then to my Patreon people, I'll be releasing a video probably in the next week or week and a half or so. And it's another behind the scenes video. So when I do these behind the scenes videos, trust me, it's not anything that's major news, or it's not going to help your ascension process. It's just stuff that I do that's kind of goofy, that shows a personal side of me that I just kind of keep to a limited amount of people. So the next behind the scenes video that I'm doing takes you inside the In5D headquarters. Like, for example, this banner back here, that's what I use for conferences. It's, I think, a 9-foot banner. It's pretty big. And I got my little tapestry over there. Pretty cool. And I just dropped something. I don't know what I dropped. I heard something fall. Maybe a pen. I don't know. But yeah, I take, for the next behind the scenes video that I'm doing, I take everybody into the In5D headquarters and show you the lighting situation. It's not anything extravagant, trust me. But I do notice that a lot of people that do videos, their lighting is horrible. You need some good lighting, but it doesn't have to be expensive. So I kind of carry you through that and show you my humble abode. So, what else? Yeah, and like I said, I just released a video today, an afterthoughts video, where a few things that I didn't cover beforehand, and that's on the In5D YouTube channel. And then at the end of that, I have the wall of shame that I talk about, and that's a Patreon video where, like I said, that's just, I'm not going to publicly air that out. But like I said, there are some spiritual people that just bad business, and so it's buyer beware with some of these people. Okay, and you can tell, if you can pick up someone's energy vibration, or just even the codes in their voices or whatever, you just know if someone's good, if they're doing the right thing. You can tell by their work habits. There's so many different ways of just looking at somebody and knowing, is this right, or is this a good person, or whatever. So Monica Ray is asking, what does it mean to go within? How? Well, that's just, for me, going within, it's almost like that gut feeling, or that little voice that you hear inside you, but it's not in here, it's down here. It's more like in the heart area. And going within, you can do that just through meditation, however you want to meditate, with the crow's hands, or like this, or just sitting by the beach and absorbing and looking, and just going within that way. But when you go within, you basically clear the clutter first, or actually first thing you do is protect yourself. Envision that that bubble of energy around you, protection. But for me, just going within means that, you clear the clutter, you get to that point of silence, and then you hear you get the information. So going within for me, that's what it means to go within for me. There's times where, and I don't plan, I'm not going to say, well, this time I'm going to hook up with my higher self, or I'm going to open my third eye, and I just let it go. A lot of people, I think, overthink things, and make it more difficult than what it really is. To me, going within is just like I said, cutting the clutter out of your mind, and then listening what direction you're getting from, ultimately probably your higher self, and what's coming out from that communication between. But your higher self will give you those messages, as well as your guides and your angels, and whoever you put it out there for. Myself, I rely on my posse: creator, source, universe, spirit guides, and guardian angels, friends and family on both sides of the veil, galactic neighbors and friends, higher self, and Mother Earth. So, if they want to communicate with me, great. And there's other times, I don't know about you guys too, but there's other times where I can just clear my mind and there's absolutely nothing going on in there. And this could happen in a crowded beach where I can't hear anything or anyone. I just get in that zone, and it's just me with silence, and I'm totally loving it. It's almost like being in the void, or being in a space where anything is possible to create, but just appreciating that space. I think you guys know what I'm saying, and probably a few of you do. Hopefully all of you do. But okay, so moving on. I gotta scroll back again. I'm sorry if I missed anyone, any questions. Put it out there. Hey, Panther Jim, 1995. Panther Jim frickin' rocks. He is. Hey Jim, I'm so glad first of all, I'm glad that you came here to drop in and say hi. Out of all the people I've interviewed on In5D radio, I interviewed him the most. He's really cool. And I think sometime we should do another show again. Yeah. Pull out the In5D radio archives and do a new show when, some big events are coming up perhaps. And I'd like to get your opinion on what's going on astrologically with the QAnon movement. So that'd be kind of a cool topic to cover. But yeah, we've had so many cool conversations. Gemini. I know Jim's not a Gemini. But yeah, one of the conversations, we actually did it a couple times. We were talking about the different Pluto in whatever generations. And here's an example. My older sisters are Pluto in Leo, and I'm Pluto in Virgo. And even though I'm 2 and 3 years difference, even though there's a 2 or 3 year difference between my sister's age and me, there's a whole generation. And you can tell by, their likes, their music and stuff like that. They like all the freedom rock kind of stuff, like Bread and Rod Stewart, America and Cream. I was born 3 years later, but I was born in 1960. And I'm the Pluto and Leo generation, or not Pluto and Virgo generation. But 3 years later, I like all the hard rock and classic rock now, like, Aerosmith, Van Halen, that kind of stuff. Totally different generations. And you can be generations apart by just being a couple of years apart. And Jim and I talked about that. And you can look on the In5D YouTube channel to find the conversation. So that's Jim Delacoli. Just type in In5D Jim, and you'll probably find our conversations. But DELLICOLI? No, it's DELICOLLI. Jim, spell your name in the chat. Anyway, yeah, great guy. Love having conversations with him. Wonderful astrologer, so highly recommend him. And subscribe to his YouTube channel. He's got a great YouTube channel, Jim Del Coley. It's I planned on covering. So. Scott Light Warrior Craig says, Greg, you were in my last vision. I'm curious. Tell us more. Maria Mars. Hi, Greg. Looks like I got home in time to catch you live. I saw your drum circle clips you posted. Looks so cool. It was fantastic. The energy there is always amazing. And there's been times where I'll just walk away from everyone, the whole crowd. But of course, you're going to hear it anyway, and just sit down and meditate to the beat of the drums, and just dig right into the sand. It's 99.9% quartz crystal sand here on Siesta Key. So you got the energy of the drum circle, the energy of the quartz crystal sand, the energy of the full moon. I mean, gosh, it's magical. So I'm glad that you joined us, Maria, and I'm glad you enjoyed the videos that I posted. MH Pagan says, I have dreams about levitating about 40 feet in the air during violent lightning storms, but I am safe. Wow. Levitating. I wonder if you're scared, that you're going to be struck by lightning as you're going up, or do you feel safe? Is it like those, tidal wave dreams that many of us have had where we feel safe and at home? There's no threat. And MH Pagan, thank you for your service. Greg, thank you. Thank you for joining us and being part of our In5D family. And that goes for everybody here. So grateful. Awakening humans, our connection is strong, y'all. My crown and heart are blowing up. That's awesome. 3 little hearts. Heck yeah. Especially the crown chakra. Just, Oh, Panther Jim has the night vision goggles too. Glad you got them. Aren't they cool? You can see so many things. So I hope you got the laser pointer, the little laser pen. That's an important thing to have. I don't know if you guys can see that. There it is. But what I do is, so you're locked in on the UFO, and what you do is you point the laser pointer at them, and there it is. And you tell them, you don't have to say it out loud either. You just tell them, I always say it out loud anyway, fire up or power up. And sometimes it goes from this little tiny circle, it just goes. So do that with the laser pointer, point it at them, tell them to power up, and see if they get really big on it. It'll happen. I guarantee it, if it hasn't happened already. Okay, so Mongo posted a New Earth story link in the chat. So if you wouldn't mind, once this is over, just make sure you post it down on the bottom. I'm not sure if it's going to be able to pick up the hyperlink in the live chat right now, but in the event that it doesn't, post the link below the video, okay? Because I'd like to check that out. T-Con, it's perfect, Greg. Impromptu allows stuff to happen. Glad you brought us all together. It's always my pleasure, honestly. Totally in service to humanity. Thank you. Michelle Wolf has been on spaceships many times in her dreams. That's really cool too. I think that's a common theme. I bet you a lot of us have or have had dreams of UFOs, whether we're on them or watching them. Impressive humans saying, together we are building an earth that we will be proud of with each dream we build. Doesn't it feel like your dreams are more real than reality? It does to me. It's like, I think what we're waiting to do right now is awaken from this dream. It doesn't matter whether we feel like we're awake right now or not. I think that when the new earth happens, that's when, like I said, when time ends and we awaken into the reality that we've been manifesting. Because, like I said, none of this is real. We're just consciousness co-creating, but we're going to wake up from this, none of it being real, into making it real. That's where we're heading. So Shin is asking, will they come down to visit? Your guess is as good as mine. I think, some people, they get visited by them. I haven't been visited by any extraterrestrials. Not that I know of. I mean, we all are ultimately, but that's why we all have so many different, races, ethnicities, blood types, RH values. Gosh, we are representatives, ambassadors, basically, to every star system out there. But to have one that's purebred come here, no, I haven't seen that yet. Kimberly Carter, in 2014, a craft hovered outside my window for about half an hour. Was too afraid to go outside and approach it, though. So you got a bad vibration from that, or you're just scared and didn't know what to expect? I'm curious about that. I'd be excited. I'd be like, heck yeah, I'm out there. Check them out. Yeah, come on down. Kimberly Carter, yes, I feel my dreams. I feel like my dreams are real life, and this feels more fake. I totally agree. Full moon and Jupiter will be visible tonight, says April. Geraldine, I'm amazed at all the healing work and teaching that is happening in my dreams. I love it. Anyone that's watching this on the recorded version, I am way behind. Okay. So I'm just checking it out and making sure that, things are flowing here and enjoying the comments that you guys are making. The dream world does seem more real, very busy and full of social activity that seems to be important and operational. Yes. Shin060 said, I had Arcturian visit me in my dream realm. I asked if dreams are real, and he said, well, pretty much, yeah. I think they are. course, too, when you're dreaming, you're multidimensional. You might just remember a dream. You might be clearing out, your day's worries or stress in your dreams. Or you might be doing so much more that's just kind of like cloaked with a dream. I feel that that's true. I think we're doing so much more on the other side of the veil when we're dreaming. And so many of us have been knocked out by these energies lately, especially, what Rosie was talking about in her last article that I did a video on. It can be draining, some of these energies, and it's just overpowering. You just almost feel like this warmth come over you, and it's like, I need to go to sleep. My galactic family is calling me. Terry Worden says she saw a UFO at her bonfire, or at his bonfire. I don't know. Terry's a name. I'm just going to say at a bonfire. Terry could be a guy or a girl. So I'm not sure. I don't want to insult you. Sadie says she has so much to share and not sure who to share it with. Put it on Facebook or MeWe or your social network. Just get it out there and start talking to people. If it's a cool article, send it to me. Okay, my article at in5d.com. See, we got people already saying, Sadie, share it with me. Another one, I'm more than happy to listen, Sadie. Heck yeah. Terry's a girl. Okay. So there you have it. I'm sorry if I said boy or he. I think I covered both bases on that. But now I know. Okay. And Kimberly's talking about the UFO. I was just scared because everything felt super intense. I was already receiving telepathic communication before I saw the craft. Was too afraid, didn't know what was going on. Energies were intense. Yeah, it can be overwhelming, I guess. Intense energies. Impressive Human says, thank you all for being here. I am amazed at all of your wonderful courage and love. Thank you. So grateful everyone's joined us too. Can't believe we have 85 people here. It's just like, I didn't really tell anyone. I just put it out there early, and here we are. So I had this thing going on. I mentioned it, I think, gosh, maybe a couple months ago, maybe a month ago. It's about the leaky ear thing, where just this water buildup. It's like a clear fluid that I get in the ears, and I put it out there, and so many other people were experiencing that, and I'm not sure why that's happening to us. It's not anything, it's not an ear infection. I don't know what it is though, but a lot of people are going through that. Just wonder if you guys are having that leaky ear thing going on. Leaky ear. I don't know what more to call it. Leaky ear. It's not like it's pouring out. I mean, you're not seeing this water dripping out of my ear like that. But I do keep some Q-tips here, and I have some tissues that I'll just stick the tissue in the ear and soak up a little whatever is in there. But yeah, it's kind of, I know it's kind of gross too, but it's what's happening, and other people are experiencing that. Terry, the female, Worden, says, okay, I don't like Facebook, so what to do to be sociable? No offense taken, Gregg. Oh, there's other places, I don't know if you mean on social media or outside of social media, though. Because, like I said, we have a MeWe page. on In5D. Well, the In5D has a MeWe page, and somebody in the group was saying that they're having a hard time finding it. So what I'm going to do is post a link to that right now. I'm looking it up, and I'll post a link. So bear with me. Oh, here it is. Hopefully it'll let me post a hyperlink here. And what I'll do is I'll also put a hyperlink down here so you guys can follow on MeWe if you're abandoning Facebook, which a lot of people are. And unfortunately, I had to get rid of the live chat, or at least temporarily suspend it. And I put a message on the MeWe page saying, due to leftover trolls from the Love Has Won cult, I had to shut down chat and limit what people can post. It's unfortunate that a few corrupt apples from that cult were here to specifically drain the energy of the light workers who follow In5D. Their website, Love Has Won, has leached over 500 plus In5D articles and apparently are incapable of writing anything original, as they constantly leech from other websites. Just like an Archon, it cannot create, only copy. I've contacted their server after they neglected to answer my email, asking them to remove all In5D content from their website, as they do not stand for anything we publish on In5D. In one of their decrees, it states, Decree number 6, all that is not aligned in the truth of love is to be revealed now. It sure is. How ironic is that? Then I apologize for any inconvenience, but this MeWe page will not be infiltrated by the Love Has Won cult. And then just one comment I made on top of that. Those Love Has Won trolls have their own MeWe pages. So why would they hang out here? Because they would hang out on my In5D MeWe chat. Why would they do that? Well, the answer is to siphon energy from good light workers. They can't vampire themselves on their own MeWe page. It's pretty pathetic. So, buyer beware. If you like following them, be careful. I'll leave it at that. I speak a little bit more, though, about that in 5D Patreon Wall of Shame. So there's one of them. So what do we have here? So, okay, I was down to Sadie says she can't seem to find the group, but I posted it. So definitely check that out. Joanna McGrath, super astral health. If the leaky ear is from HARP and the 5G, any option to get us through this? Keyword opinion. Yeah. I never thought about that. But it certainly is possible that it's probably more related to 5G than HARP, because HARP's been around for a while, but 5G is kind of new. Makes you wonder too, if it is the microwave technology basically frying us, and who knows? Let's hope not. Let's not even put it out there to the universe. So it's a good point to ponder, but gosh. Impressive Human says ear candles, real, cheap, and do work. I just can't put myself to sticking something on fire into my ear. So, yeah. Scott, the MeWe page isn't working. I'm on it right now. I'm looking. I've got... Okay. Okay, well, Cindy just got approved. And Lindsay, and I'll go back through and approve other people. You got to get approved first because, like I said, all these love has one trolls were coming there, and I ended up banning like 30 of them. They will not siphon my page. So this is interesting. Julie N is saying ear water is from your vibration rising. Wish I knew exactly which video Alun Ash Clairvoyant had said this. It was in the past week. I just listened to one. Actually, I listened to two. Her one that she had out yesterday and the one that came out today. One of my Facebook friends sent it to me. Paradise Photography says it's been years that I think I've known you, so to speak, like 6, I think. Well, hello, old friend. Anyway, move on to checking out the chat. Steven Starr is asking if Michelle and I can be contacted on Messenger. I'd imagine. Actually, I don't have Facebook Messenger, but if you send me a message, I'm sure it'll come through on my laptop. As for Michelle, yeah, I think she has Messenger. I don't know. Her and I aren't together anymore, but I think she has Messenger. So you could probably contact her through that. A name is saying I have odd sensations in left ear, no leaking. Terry is saying I heard women and children are dying of cancer big time with 5G. 5G is not good. You don't want 5G. Yeah, 3G, 4G, that's acceptable. But 5G, we don't want 5G. Julie's saying, don't worry, Greg. Your water is a good sign. Well, it's got to be alkaline water, I'm sure, because that's what I put in my body. So. So Shin is asking, do you think the union between North and South Korea is a sign of the new Earth, new age peace? Well, I love that way of thinking. That what we're watching is two countries that have not been unified for how long, that are finally coming together in peace. It's a beautiful sign. I think it's very promising, and it's all falling into alignment with what I've written about with Pluto and Capricorn. And just there's a search bar on In5D. Just type in Pluto and Capricorn. You'll find out a lot more about it. But just in brief, Pluto entered Capricorn in 2008. It exits in 2023, and we're already above the bell curve of the midpoint. And now that we're heading towards that end point of 2023, the truth is rising, the truth vibration is coming out, and all this positive stuff that's why we're seeing the draining of the swamp right now, the global swamp. And I've been predicting that for years, that Pluto and Capricorn, by the time 2023 comes around, we're going to see huge changes in money, government, and religion. Lots of things will be exposed in all three of those areas, and it has to happen that way. If you're on the side of love and light, you got nothing to worry about. You will rise to the top. You'll be that proverbial cream that rises to the top. But these people that have been working against humanity's best interests, that are just like, or backstabbing people, or just people of negative or low vibration, they're going to have a hard time coming up. It's not going to be pretty for them, because what's happening is all this stuff is going to get mirrored back to them. What they're doing to other people at this point is coming back to them, and it's not going to be pretty if you're not a good person. It's going to get pretty ugly for those people out there. But you're In5D people. You're all beautiful, and you have absolutely nothing to worry about. Just and basically sit back and enjoy the ride, because it's going to be really fascinating and exciting to watch unfold. Tamara Star is actually, she's under Steven Star, but it's Tamara, which is my spirit guide's name. The new Earth is going to be fantastic. T-Con is asking, speaking of water, Greg, I know you said you drink 10 water. Yes, the Alkalife. And I haven't tried that one yet. Plan on trying it soon. Have you tried Essence Water? pH 10, I have. I've tried that. It's good, but I can't find a water that's better than this. It's made by Alkalife, and it's a 10 pH. It just, to me, it almost tastes like a hint of sweetness, but it's not sweet. I don't know. It just blows me away. I can't find a better water than this. Yummy. So I don't know if you guys caught this too. What I do is I take alkaline water and I put ozone in it, and then I make ozone alkaline ice with it. I bought a little igloo ice maker. Probably do a video on that sometime. But you might even hear the ice maker in the background, because I'm making some more ozone alkaline ice right now. So the truth, what you put out comes back right now. It's a wicked boomerang effect that's coming out. And, those who are just of the negative vibration, it's going to hit them in the face hard. The dark cabal, the shadow government, right down the line. It's not going to be pretty what happens to them. But we have nothing to fear. There's not going to be a World War III. As a matter of fact, I think that Putin and Trump are working together, one man's opinion, in humanity's best interests. Gregor Inthar, hello from Slovenia. Hello, Gregor. Shin saying, wow, it's so funny you speak of 2023. I've been seeing the number 23 for over 3 days now. I needed that numerology reference. Yeah, 2023, a lot of people are talking about that too, as one of those other dates that people put out there. You'll never hear me talk about dates, because personally, I never get them. I've seen the event. I felt the event. I know what the event will be like, but they didn't tell me a timeline. And like I've said this all along, timelines are converging. Every millisecond, they're converging and changing. So we don't know what the date is. I just know that it's going to be divinely orchestrated to be perfect. So we're just in this waiting game right now, but it'll be worth it. We all feel like it's going to be soon. And honestly, if I had to put a date on it, I would say no later than 2023, by the end of that year, if I had to, but I'm not going to do that because I don't know. I honestly don't, but it's making a lot of sense with Pluto and Capricorn. That would make the perfect sense to me, but I don't know. And, for anyone that gave Allison Coe any crap about, oh, well, you said this and that, all these people told you about, the end of March, she was just the messenger. Don't shoot her. She's just the one that gave the message. And, and things did happen in March. We had that, was it Fleur Brune was talking about that, those rainbow clouds that she could see and felt. And there were other people that were talking about stuff that was happening like that. So, moving on. Oh, that's cool, Terry. Terry says that she buys alkaline water and stores it in a glass with shungite rocks. I want to get one of those. Man, I saw these glasses. I think it was the same thing with shungite in them, and it was like a big, tumbler, like that big. It looked so cool and beautiful, but I think they wanted like, I don't know, $150 for it. I'm not rich like Terry. So Joanne's saying to research Dr. Emoto's work. I have that on In5D. It's amazing. What thought and intention can do to water. Emoto, said that the water has actual DNA. So, and that's why it's important to talk to your water and whatever it is that you want. For me, I want to unlock all the codons in my DNA and RNA so I can heal myself and others in humanity's best interest. That's my intention. What's yours? Yeah, I think Allison's pure too. She's fascinating. You just gotta love her energy. She gets so excited. Great energy. T-Con, I have a really small shungite glass. Is it a shot glass? Shungite. I got mine from Russia, Greg. I will get one for you. I have a few extra. That would be so awesome. Thank you, Joanna. Thank you. John Leonard, he says that he's in UK falling asleep in my he's falling asleep. It's like 3:42. Oh my god, it's almost 4 o'clock in the morning. John, thanks for tuning in, man. But you can check out the rest tomorrow when you wake up. Thank you for making it this long, though. We've been on for like an hour and 20 minutes. And just talking about whatever. This is cool. This is basically what we do at our In5D beach meetups. It's just free flowing. Whatever you guys want to talk about, let's talk. Dr. Glenn Rain, Rein, says the same about our DNA being healed with thought and consciousness. I'm not familiar with Dr. Rain. I'd like to check out more about him. Oh, okay. Shungite stones in glass containers. I saw the ones that are built into the tumbler somehow. Oh, where was I? Oh, we were going to see a psychic, John. I forgot his last name. But it was good, really good. And we were at a store at this spiritual center, and they had some of these tumblers that had rocks already built right into them somehow. And they're like 150, $200. Like, man, I can't afford that. Mongo saying, hey, Greg, there's a video on unlocking your codons from In5D. Is it really effective? I've run it many times. I made it. Yeah, and I added like these holographic sounds and bells and all sorts of things in there that were just, and to listen to it with headphones is the best way to do it. I think it works. I think that's the 528 frequency, Mongo, one that I have, the love frequency. Okay, cosmic mortality. If we are going through a hard time, do we deserve it? I have been betrayed and treated cruelly by so many so-called friends and ended up homeless. And they casted me out and shamed me. Says I don't think, but I think there's more to it right there. And what really, it's hard to really, no one deserves that straight out. But, you know, sometimes, you know, I look at some of the things that have happened in my life, and you know, we're always wondering, why did this have to happen to me? You know, when something bad happens, and the hardest part is turning it around and saying, what is it I did to someone else that put me in this position in a previous life, and is this karma that I'm paying? And when situations like that come around for me, the first thing I do is forgive. You want to clear that karmic debt. Forgive them. Forgive yourselves too. For yourself, not yourselves, but actually yourselves too. You and your previous lives as well. You know, that's unfortunately how some of these karmic relations work and end. It's a matter of owning everything that comes into your life, the good, the bad, and the ugly, and putting that forgiveness out there to end that string of karma that might be going on from something that we may have done in a previous lifetime that's coming to surface right now. Hope that answered your question. And good luck with that. Getting back to cosmic mortality, I know it's almost impossible. It's like to forgive someone who has deeply hurt you, but trust me, there are people out there who've lost family members um, that have been shot by other people, unrelated, and they still found it in their heart to forgive. As difficult as it might be, find that in your heart to forgive. That's the first step in ending the karma. You know, once I awoken, you know, whatever relationship I've been in, I've always wished the best for that person, no matter how good or bad the relationship was. Like my ex-wife, you know, the day I moved out from ex-wife number 2, I went for a walk on the beach, and I found a vase, and I cleaned it up. In the water, I found that just, and it's like full of algae and stuff like that, but I cleaned it off, and I put little shells in there and just filled it up. You know, it's a vase like that big or so. I don't know. It wasn't that big, but you know, it's kind of like, you know, maybe like shaped like that, kind of like, and about that big too. It wasn't very big, but I put shells in there, little shells in there. And with each shell, I put the energy of help so and so find happiness, love, and peace within herself. And I filled up the vase, and I gave it to her, and I told her, whenever you're feeling stressed out, take one of the shells out, make a wish, and return it back to Earth, Mother Earth. And last I knew, she still has the vase too, and with the shells. So it was pretty cool. And the marriage wasn't great, but to give it closure like that, and to do something that would be unexpected, and that is to forgive, and forgive yourself as well as others. It might not be easy, but it's the right thing to do. Sadie, how do we know who to trust on all these different social media outlets? When you said love is one, on MeWe as a cult, I was surprised to hear that, since they are all about love. One of their ex-members gave me the inside information of what they're really doing. I can't tell you guys right now. I'm not going to be the one that says it publicly. But they have people that specialize. We'll put it in this way: they have people that specialize in darker magic, and it's not a good thing. So they're going to come out being, oh, I love you. Love is one. I'm not going to go down that path, but there's a reason why I'm taking off, and I'm filing DMCA violations against them for the hundreds, 500-600 articles that they've taken from In5D. I want nothing to do with them. I want to get as far away from them as possible. And it's hard to get to me in any other way. But when somebody gets to me like that, that gives me such a negative vibration. You want to go far away in the other direction, and that's what I'm doing. What you do, or what anyone else does with them, just be careful. All I can tell you is watch some of their videos. Tell me if you learned anything. Tell me if you feel better after watching that, as opposed to an In5D video. Judge the energy vibration. Don't judge the words. My Skies 5D. I love that name. My Skies 5D says, hello, beautiful people. It reminds me of Bill Ballard when he does his videos. And My Skies 5D says, good evening, Greg. Thanks for sharing with us. My pleasure, as always. And you're welcome, Cosmic Mortality. If you are feeling actually that far down in the hole, there are hotlines to call. And don't do anything that you shouldn't do. Make that call if you really need it, okay? But you are loved, and you have a lot of family and support and people out there that do care for you and about you. Shin is saying, hurt will bury you alive, but the lessons to learn will provide you with the steps to climb out of it. Yeah. I mean, we're talking dark night of the soul. We've all been there, each and every one of us. And once you start climbing out of that hole, and you see that there is a light at the end of the tunnel, and that the light's not a train, it's you, it gets better and better each day. So. Well, I think I got everything caught up right now. So I guess if there's no more questions, probably just wrap it up right now. We've been on for a little over an hour and a half. And like I said, nothing earth-shattering news. And as I mentioned, on my Patreon account, I'm so grateful for those who have joined me on there and helping me to, my fight against corporate media to get rid of the corporate ads. I've been working a lot on getting new stuff ready for that, as well as new stuff for the In5D channel, as well as new articles coming up. Like I said, I have one on fluoride. I have that I'm writing, and that should be out in the next week or so. And oh yeah, Finding Your Tribe will be out tomorrow on in5d.com. So that's pretty cool. So if you haven't had the chance to check out some of this stuff that we got going on, and other venues, like I said, MeWe is one of our. Informed Planet is another one that I just signed up for, and I'll put a link down here for that one. Another one is Gab. It's an alternative to Twitter, but it actually gives you the opportunity to do live chats like this. I believe I haven't tried it yet there, but it's like Twitter but better. So at the end of any article that I have, you can see all the links for our social media that we do have for In5D on other social media networks that are not called Facebook. So check that out. So I think we're going to leave it off at that. And I just want to send you all infinite love and light and gratitude for joining me for this past hour and 36 minutes. And I think I might do this more often, just, something informal, just to get together and have a chat and see what's on your minds and interact, find out what's up. So I'm going to leave it off at that right now. So I send you all infinite love and light. Namaste.